And cheers to a midday water break. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Little Monday fun day happening. You know, if I'm here, it's because I just recorded this week's episode of my podcast, The Lisa Ann Experience, which releases every Wednesday on all listening platforms and every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on my YouTube channel, The Real Lisa Ann. See a lot of people coming in here. Usually gets a little wild at first. This is why I'm just going to keep talking. And then when I see somebody I know, I will start to move out. Yes, it is all about hot out. So I just let my hair dry today and I am back from my Hustler tour. Now I get to stay home for the football season, and you can be a part of it every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be on with Roster Watch, and we're going to help you mock draft, get you prepared for the season, and all of those good things, because you know me, I love fantasy football. Wish you good luck for your exams. Good luck for your exams. What are you taking? I would like to know what you are taking. So please hit me right there. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming in the room. Did you all listen to last week's episode of my podcast? I bring it up because cornhole will most likely be something we see in the Olympics in the near future. We know the Olympics just wrapped up and it was a ton of fun. I absolutely loved the airport conversations I got to have. Easton in the house, what's going on? Why is it chasing DeMarcus? That's hilarious though. George, hi George, how was your weekend? I will say I've got no sneakers on today because I'm just sitting here in style, and I do not even want to tell you that it is true at Mr. X in all caps. Mr. X in all caps is so upset, so worried that I retired from the industry. Yes, I sure did. The tour was great. So I started out with my first store in July. I went to Monroe, Ohio, which is the very first store that Larry Flynt opened. This is the 50th anniversary of the brand Hustler, so we were celebrating that. The second store, no one will believe that I'm 40. I'm 52 and proud of it. Stop trying to make me younger. First store was Monroe, Ohio. Second store was San Antonio, Texas last weekend. And the last store was this past weekend in Fort Lauderdale. They were all a ton of fun. Incredible staffs. I will not give you any more because I did a full recap on the solo episode of this week's episode of my podcast. And yes, I watched as much Olympics as I could between my travel schedule. And now I'm happy that it's over because we can really focus on football. Preseason is happening. And I heard the greatest analogy of preseason. It's like the games don't matter, but the situations count. It was something like that because you get to see who might be coming up. Like if you're drafting in a deeper league and you can have a couple backup running backs, you might be see somebody in preseason that you thought, okay, this could, the constant asking for a fit check. So you guys know if I ignore your comment, it's because I'm not doing it. So to keep putting it in is only going to make me block you. So just let you know that. So just want you to know that that's why I block people. So don't be a troll. But there you go. So sorry you did it again. So we do a block. Sorry, Ivan. Block. Okay, there we go. We're just setting standards here because we can't just have people up in here. What's up, Josh? I did meet an impressionist, and if I would have been dressed as Sarah Palin, it would have been so perfect because it would have been me and him. But okay, so E-Money wants to know how long I've been doing fantasy football. I started doing fantasy football in 2013 with my first show on SiriusXM, Lisa Ann Does Fantasy. I did that show with Adam Ronis for 10 years, and now we are bringing that show back this season, and I'm so excited. So Lisa Ann Does Fantasy will be back on air at Fantasy Sports Radio. It'll be Sundays from 6 to 8. Me and Adam Ronis back together again. I cannot wait. And then as soon as I'm going to watch day games all day on Sunday. Write my notes for the show, get excited to be able to talk to Adam, talk about how our teams are doing, who we need to score, who got 3 touchdowns against us, all of these things. And I'll do the show. It's good. It's great to see you too, Scott. I'll do the show. And then from there, and I just found another keyword to add in. I don't have any parlays for today. I'm so sorry. Let's see. I just got another keyword for me to add in. Boom, boom, boom. It really does help, by the way. So I will be doing the show from 6 to 8, and then I'll be going to watch the Sunday night game out and about in New York City every Sunday for the football season. I will be at Memory Motel. If you used to go to the Ugly Duckling used to be the Ugly Duckling, now it's the Memory Motel here in New York City. So I'm so excited. That'll be a fun day because I will be busy watching sports all day. V-Luck wants to know if I'm going to cover female sports soon. Not for a while because I don't have the time. When I have time to bring on a whole nother sport, I will. And I don't speak of sports that I don't follow regularly, know the history of the sport, the player depth, the legends of the sport. So we got one right here. This is fantastic. It is so fun to block people while I'm live. Thank you for the hair compliments. My hair is naturally curly. So this is what it looks like when I just let it dry. And today was a busy, busy morning. Yes, my hair is naturally curly. This is what it looks like if I let it dry. Yep. I see a lot of comments there. So now that I did this 3-stop tour, I only have 2 more events this year, and it will be Exotica in October in New Jersey. So it's Edison, New Jersey. And then I will be at Exotica in DC in December. And then that'll be it. Taking a beat, no more events, but this football season is what we're really, really, really pining for. So if you want to be a part of a league, I am going to start a couple of new leagues this season. I'm going to really walk people through who haven't played fantasy football before. And a great way to get familiar with the player depth and really see how people draft is listening to these shows on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time with Roster Watch. Also, rosterwatch.com/Lisa. You could download the ultimate draft cheat sheet. So even if you don't know a lot about fantasy football, time is now to just try it. It's a great time. Scott, I am not worried about CeeDee Lamb not being at camp. I don't love this though. I don't love, you know me, I'm all about consistency. I would much rather have some consistency there, but these are all the things that we'll be talking about this coming Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time at Roster Watch. So I'm looking forward to being on air. I'm looking forward to being back in the groove for fantasy football season and for you to enjoy this episode this Wednesday of my podcast. I've got a ton of Cameo fantasy football draft orders to shoot, so that means I will change because I get fancy to shoot draft orders. I will shoot draft orders. I'm sure while I'm shooting fantasy football draft orders for Cameo, I will get more orders coming in. I'm so thankful for everybody. So if you have a league and you want no more Exoticas, no more events. I really want you to play fantasy football. So yes, and this is a great year to do it. It's an election year, which means there's going to be so much news out there that you're going to want to escape. What's the best way to escape? Fantasy football. Just go to SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio and start listening. You will learn enough to get your first season started. So do that for yourself. Sorry about it, buddy. You're saying the same thing over and over again. I just can't be having that. It just takes up so much space. I do not know when my new book is coming out because I do not, it's not finished yet. So I have to finish it before it can come out. And of course, with this travel, it's been a little bit tougher. I had to put it aside. I have a staycation with a friend this week, which I'll still be doing some work, but I won't be able to write then. But then once she leaves, I'm in my groove and I will be just writing, and I will keep you all posted on when the new book is coming out. Thank you for asking. If you'd like to take advantage of free shipping, you can go to my store, shoplisaann.com, and you can enter summer's sale at checkout. A lot of repeat comments, which makes me think there's a ton of bots in here. So there's that going on, but I just want to stop by and say hi. Richard in the house, great to see you. So great to see you here today. I love that last clip that our girl Brittany put out. So good. And then also one person I always read all the captions. So there's that there. How do I manage everything I do? I just keep a very detailed schedule. Every night before I go to bed, I write a time code for my following day on what I'm going to be doing when. I start each day with my workouts. I do everything for me first thing, those 3 hours, sauna, everything I need to do. And then I have a time chart. So a lot of times if I'm in a meeting, I set an alarm. That alarm goes off and I say, I'm sorry, I have to go, just to keep me on schedule because I'm managing the bookstore. I'm managing the fantasy football. I'm managing all of my social media. I'm managing my podcast, the clips, all of those different things. So I'm involved, the wine, the sales of the wine. I'm involved in a lot of different projects. So it does make it really important to respect your time management and handle first things first. You know, like Mondays, I don't answer any of my emails that came in from the weekend until I've recorded my podcast. That is my priority. So I get that done. Once that's done, then I can get into my office and start responding to people. I have a system in which I go, who would you say are my biggest influences in my life? That would be a great question for my mailbag, asklisaann@gmail.com. Please send that over. I would love to answer that question for you on my podcast, The Lisa Ann Experience. Everybody, I am out of here. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. All of my social media is the same. It's at The Real Lisa Ann. If you are getting private messages, they are not from me. I don't private message. I don't have a fan page. I don't have any private pages. So if you're getting those messages, I found a bunch of imposters yesterday while I was sitting at the airport on TikTok. Oh my gosh, there's so many fake Lisa Anns. I typed in The Real Lisa Ann and there was like 100 popped up. Very strange pages too. They're all like taking people's comments, putting them up on the wall, and then directing them to Telegram, where I'm sure they're having a fake conversation with a fake person, a guy, a bot, a what have you. Who knows? But stay safe on the internet. Subscribe to my podcast, Lisa Ann Experience. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you'll never miss an episode. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Don't forget to do a good deed. Be nice to someone. Don't be creepy. And somebody would like me to say, let's go Jets. But I got to say, how about them Cowboys?